Hey folks, Will here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're going to go over Steven and Metagross's Synchrid, which still blows my mind that they released Steven and Metagross with the Synchrid. Like, even without the Synchrid, Steven and Metagross is not bad, right? They're pretty good without the Synchrid, and with this Synchrid, damn, it's really good. So, there's a few caveats to this Synchrid, and I'm going to show a few different builds just because of the circumstances for Steven, right? Because depending on how many Stevens you have, the build can be very, very different, right? Obviously, you want it to be at level 3 sync, right? That's 2 extra dupes. That's the best, but, there are different builds that you could play around with if you only have 1 dupe, or if you have no dupes, right? Even with no dupes, like, the Synchrid is really, really good for Steven. So, anyways, let's start from the top. Let's go with the 3 dupe, or I guess 2 dupe, level 3 sync move, Steven build. So for all the builds involving a sync level 3 Steven, you need this. You need Bullet Punch, Eagle Eye. However you get there, it doesn't matter. You just need it, right? So it's a 10 energy move that basically makes Bullet Punch, which is already a really good move, 75 power for no move gauges. It's a quick move, right? So basically, lets Bullet Punch do 75 power with no move gauges and also get Dire Hit. So 3 of them gets you 100% crit. You have to get this. I don't care what build you're going for. As long as you have Steven at level 3 sync, you need to pick this thing up. So generally, you want to get these 2, right? So first of all, we're gonna talk about a build involving, I guess, Iron Head for the most part, right? And honestly, here's my take on an Iron Head build for Steven Stone. I don't think, and it's a Mega Metagross Iron Head build, right? I don't think there should be too much focus be put on the Iron Head part of the build, because honestly, Steven Stone, like, with the way the game is structured right now, Battleville is not out yet, right? We don't know what that brings, but everything just ends relatively quickly, so once you Mega, you probably can't even get like 3 attacks in before the match just ends, right? So I honestly won't put too much into Iron Head, even though, well, we're gonna still put some in there because Iron Head does a lot of damage, especially after you after your sync move, right? And you were getting like 3 bullet punches in there as well, so you really won't be doing much damage with Iron Head once you Mega, right? So we're gonna pick up the Bullet Punch first. So what we're going to focus on, honestly, is just its sync move, right? Because that's where your big damage is going to be. You have Haymaker, which the more the attack is raised, the more it powers up sync moves, right? And then we're going to take the sync plus 25, and then we're going to pick up this sync plus 25 here as well. Actually, let's go around and do this. So this is basically the build I'm going for. I guess it could be potentially controversial, because I know a lot of people might want to go for like a more traditional Iron Head build, take this off and then put this in, maybe take this off as well, and then pick some stat nodes, attack nodes. I personally don't want to go that route, just because, like I've explained before, like once you hit that sync move, you turn into a Mega Metagross. The battle is like, it's close to being over. So instead of wasting energy on some of these Iron Head nodes or some attack nodes, just go with like a huge sync move burst, right? So this is going to do a crap ton of damage. Like, this is plus 25 power for the sync move, right? And this is also 5 energy. It gives you plus 5 power for Iron Head. Sure, you could use Iron Head multiple times, but are you really going to use Iron Head that many times that the power is going to be equal or greater to what you get from the from your sync move, right? Because keep in mind, your sync move is also boosted by Haymaker. Before your sync move, you're gonna go for a best there is, so you get a guaranteed crit on your sync move, right? And you also get the power ups from attacks from your sync move. If you get it, from X attack, right? If you're lucky, if you want to go for a Meteor Mash, test your luck, you get maybe some attack from Meteor Mash, although I wouldn't bet on it. Or if you have a friend who helps support, gives you some attack, you will obliterate. Like, this could be the strongest hit in the whole game, this sync move. Even though again, it's a mega. Its sync move base damage isn't that great, but with 50 extra sync move and the increase from Haymaker, which is a huge amount, it's going to be the hardest hitting move in the whole game. So yeah, like once you actually do get to your sync move and you Mega Ball, like the battle's almost over. So I just won't invest into Iron Head instead. So I would prefer just going with both these two sync nodes personally, right? Obviously, if you do want to go all in an Iron Head and want to be lame like that, I guess, you go, you know, throw one in here and then pick up some, let's see, some, I guess, attack nodes. That's, there you go. If you want to be lame, you can do that, right? Plus 10 attack and 5 extra Iron Head. If you want Iron Head aggravation, I really don't see how you could like pick it up without sacrificing a Iron Head power. I mean, just raises the chance of flinching, which flinch is nice, but like, you're not gonna have like that many Iron Head attacks anyways, and you know, after your Mega, you're like, battle's almost gone. Three more bullet punches you need to get that crit in as well. So I just don't know about Iron Head aggravation. I don't think it's that. It's 10 cost for that. I just don't think it's really worth it. So that would be a bullet punch slash, well, they're all bullet punch, I guess, a Iron Head slash sync move build, right? We're gonna go for another one. We're gonna go for I guess a more Meteor Mash build, which you could potentially do some stuff before you Mega, right, with Meteor Mash. So let's pick up these again first. I'm gonna go ahead and take Haymaker again. I'm gonna go up here and take Bullet Punch Eagle Eye, and then we're gonna take some of these Meteor Mash nodes, right? We'll take all of these plus this, and that's basically all the all the nodes we have, right? So a bunch of Meteor Mash, and what we're hoping with this is we could get enough Meteor Mashes so that we could get plus 6 attack, and then that Haymaker is going to hurt a lot as well. And this is a build where you could use Metagross before you Mega, right? You don't have to Mega it before going for that. So also your Meteor Mash is going to hurt a lot as well. We also got a 1 move gauge refresh, right? So this would be some kind of, you know, Meteor Mash build if you really want to do that, right? I guess that's also possible. So let's move on to only one dupe, which is sync level 2. So in a sync level 2 scenario, there's a lot of things that are locked out. The biggest one being Bullet Punch Eagle Eye. You don't have access to Bullet Punch Eagle Eye once you know, you don't have 3 dupes, which is unfortunate. But there are still some ways you could build a set, right? If you want to go for, also the sync moves are also locked, right? So just go for a more, I guess, standard Iron Head build, right? Pick up the move gauge refresh and pick up all your Iron Head nodes here, basically. And then I would personally go down here and pick up the move gauge refresh for best there is. That's just to remedy, you know, because you don't have Bullet Punch Eagle Eye. Just get the move gauge refresh for best there is so you can get more crits in, right? And also raise your defense, which is not bad. Also, endurance when you're Mega. Although that's not important. Most important part is just to get the guaranteed crit, right? So, you know, hopefully you get as many crits as you can. Still pick up Haymaker. Haymaker's still nice, right? And it really depends on what you need. Over here, I guess you could go ahead and pick up some more, you know, just attack stat nodes for the most part, and I guess speed, since, you know, we don't have much else to do here, right? Pick one of these defenses. But personally, I just probably not do that yet. I think it would be pretty valuable to pick up this X attack, right? X attack move gauge refresh, just so you can get that plus 6, so you could get the Haymaker, and also, you know, it's not just for the Haymaker. You're still doing a lot of damage with the Iron Head as well, with an extra plus 2 attack, and then you could fill out the rest with attack nodes, right? Is this 3? Yeah, that's 3. So there you go. That's what I would go with if you only have 1 extra dupe for Metagross, right? As much as I really want to pick this one up, I just don't think it's that useful. It's only a small chance, right? But it'd be pretty cool if you could do that. Actually, let's see if we don't pick up any attack nodes. I I'm pretty sure we don't have enough here, right? No, yeah, no, we don't have enough. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well. I've been thinking of sets to incorporate Force Field 1, but I just can't think of any. It's just a bit hard. So let's reset that. Let's go down to, and I mean, if you want to build a Meteor Mash with like only 2 dupes, I guess you could basically do the same thing, except for the fact that you just can't get Swag Bag, which is kind of like the point of a Meteor Mash build. But sure, we'll go over it real quick. We'll just pick all these up, right? We get another move gauge refresh, right? That would be cool. Pick up Haymaker over here, and then also pick up the MP refresh for best there is. And since you don't have to use any Iron Head nodes, you can come down, pick up the MP refresh, and then one more attack node. So moving on to those who don't have any dupes for Steven, which is slightly unfortunate, but you could still make, you can still make use of a lot of these nodes. So once you're down to like no dupes, in addition to not getting Bullet Punch, Eagle Eye, not getting a Swag Bag, no access to, well, I guess those are the 2 major ones. You also unfortunately don't get the best there is MP refresh, which kind of sucks. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So as for an Iron Head set, right, you want to go over here, pick up the speed, and then you're just kind of stuck because you can't go across like that, right? So you just have to pick up the special defense if you want this. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, never mind. I thought this one was also a free dupe. Well, I guess you can't pick that up then. Well, my mistake. Let's not do that then. So you only have one Iron Head node, right? But there are some fun stuff that you could still work around with, right? Even though you don't have the Iron Head node, right? You could still come down here, get the X attack for the Haymaker, right? So get a lot of that. You could, I guess, at this point, just pick up some more attack stats. Like, even just with a stat boost, like, it's still really good. Like, Metagross, like, Mega Metagross already has the highest attack stat in the game. Just picking up more attack nodes would still help Metagross immensely, right? Even though, unfortunately, we don't have too many nodes we can access, like this, like, even this HP needs at least 1 dupe in there, right? But what are we even left with? We really don't have much. Like, definitely don't want to go in for the Meteor Mash because, there's no point. So the rest of the nodes, just pick whatever, right? If you're facing something with physical defense, then obviously you want to pick up some physical defense nodes. Or face something with physical attacks, and pick up some physical defense nodes. If you're facing something with special attacks, and pick up the special attack nodes. But otherwise, you just don't have much or many options here, right? Just pick these up, I guess, as much as possible, and there you go. That's basically like all the nodes, right? Like, how many nodes? How many other nodes that you could pick up? Oh, I guess, yeah, the Meteor Mash nodes, and then no, that's like all the non-Meteor Mash nodes. I guess you don't need much help from me here. You just pick up all the ones that you could pick up. So yeah, as for the Meteor Mash build, I guess it's more of the same, right? Just pick up all the ones that you can. Go down here, pick up your bases, this stuff. Honestly, if you're running Meteor Mash build, there wouldn't be too much of a point picking up the X attack boost. But then again, on the other hand, like, you don't have anything to pick up anyways. So, like, what are you gonna do, right? I guess just instead we'll just, let's see how many stat nodes we could fill up before. Nah. Even with a Meteor Mash build, I'd just go pick up this X attack build, X attack node anyways. And voila, there you go. That's a Meteor Mash build. Unfortunately, again, not too much variety you could do with only 1 dupe, but it's this is still really, really powerful. Like, you're picking up, how much attack is this? 20, 30, 40, that's 45 extra attack, just to your stats, and you get a few more Meteor Mash power-ups for Iron Head. That's an extra 5 Iron Head power, right? That's not nothing, right? That's an extra, what, 20 speed as well, so it's not bad. Even without dupes, it's not bad. Obviously, it's not as good as with dupes, but it's not terrible, or it's not, it's still really, really good without any dupes, right? Just for the stats sake, right? So anyways, Just, you know, I guess just compared to like Dugong, right? Dugong doesn't get too much of a jump with the sync grid, but since it was already pretty decent, just the stats would just make it much better. So again, anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, and good luck on your Steven pulls for those who are looking to pull more dupes for Steven or trying to get their first one. Although, not sure why folks would watch this if they don't have Steven yet. Maybe they're curious, who knows. Anyways, again, subscribe for more Pokemon Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.